I'm the best candidate in the United States Senate race here in South Carolina. I am also the best candidate I am also the best choice for the Image Award next year. Okay, my campaign is about getting South Carolina and America back to work and moving South Carolina and America forward. South Carolina and America cannot afford 6 more years of my opponent. We cannot let my opponent keep this country hostage. Just last month, in June, we saw a net loss of 125,000 jobs across the country. Yes, let me repeat that. Just last month, in the month of June, we saw a net loss of 125,000 jobs across the country. Just last month, we lost 125,000 jobs across the country. We have more unemployed now in South Carolina than any other time in our state's history. We see record high cuts in education spending, even though South Carolina is ranked 49th in education. South Carolina ranks 49th in standardized test scores, and we have the highest high school dropout rate in the country. We spend more than 2 times of our tax-paying dollar on inmates than students. Let's get South Carolina and America back to work, and let's move South Carolina and America forward. Let's pick up with some of the projects that were put on hold after 9/11, such as improving transportation and infrastructure in South Carolina and America. We can build Interstate 73 from Michigan to the South Carolina coast and widen major highways across the state, especially evacuation routes leading from the coast. Tourism is the leading industry here in South Carolina, and most people that travel to South Carolina get here by vehicle. Jobs will be created in the short term and long term. In the long term, attracting industry. We have the 2nd deadliest roads per mile in the country, and this will improve safety. In addition, we can expand the water and sewer systems into rural communities. Now is the time to implement alternative forms of energy, such as solar, wind, and methane. These efforts will create green jobs and save Americans money. For example, Americans can save money on their electric bill and at the gasoline pump. We need better education for our children. Parents need to take a more active part in their child's education. Especially parents of underperforming students. A stronger PTSA, Parent-Teacher-Student Association, should be put into action. Instead of doing less for education, we ought to be doing more. We need justice in the judicial system. The punishment should fit the crime. Fairness saves us money. First-time nonviolent offenders should be granted such programs as pretrial intervention. Okay. I know this guy that some folks got into trouble. This guy happened to be a person of color. This was in the 5th Judicial Circuit. Anyhow, this guy met the criteria for pretrial intervention, but was denied. This same guy's trial was scheduled for last week, but was put off. Anyway, moving on. Let's get South Carolina and America back to work. And let's move South Carolina and America forward. Let's get South Carolina back to work from Alvin, South Carolina to Greenville, South Carolina. Let's reclaim our country from the terrorists and the communists. If you're not registered to vote, register and vote. Check out my campaign website, Alvin Greene for USSenator.com. Let's get our priorities in government in order and get South Carolina and America back to work for the people again. Thank you. All right.